Hey, so you're an electrician.
Small zip ties, you got a lot of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that if you pinch wires, you can stop the flow of electricity.
You have to break them.
Does it at least slow down?
Yeah, me too.
So why does it work with water then? Why does it work with electricity?
It's the flow of water,
Stop
the flow of electricity.
asking dumb questions.
Guys, parts just came in. Look, thank you for your order. All $600 of it.
I was gonna say. Oh, we got stickers.
We got stickers, baby!
Summit catalog. That's
And you don't
nice.
need to see this. You need to see the price. You can see the price of $571.99.
All right, get that out here. Oh, what do you got there? Oh, these are the tail light sockets. Why only two? There's 3 per
Gosh.
assembly.
Dang it! Don't worry, I gotta order the headlight sockets, so it's okay.
I was gonna say you're short a few.
Hold on, let's make sure this is the right one. Yep.
Before you begin, read the manual, it says. Which is probably not a bad idea. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. See all the. These are all your pins. Look at all the zip ties.
My man!
Oh, we are zip tied for days.
Look how clean that looks.
Yeah, it's a million times better. Oh, look, hey, they used bread ties too.
Look, Painless uses bread ties. We
That,
don't use bread ties.
hey, we've been doing it wrong. We've been doing it wrong all this time. All right, so that's the unboxing. We're gonna figure a few things out and go from there. All right, guys. So there's been some developments. We've learned that we do not like our alternator placement. So we are going to relocate the alternator to where it's mounted on the cars, down underneath the passenger or driver's side of the car. We have borrowed a bracket from something you guys will see sometime in the future. And we are using that as a mock-up to see if this is even going to work in this application. I'm not 100% it will. So we are pulling apart the alternator on this side. We're pulling apart the turbo piping, cold side at least. And we are going to mock this bracket with this alternator. This bracket being this bracket right here. And then if it works, we'll order one for this truck, or this project, but we gotta see what we're working with first before we can just drop the money on something that may or may not work. Man, Patrick, tell me you guys aren't friends with this guy. Because this is the type of thing Granberry does, and I tell him, well, this is the type of things Granberry would want to do that I don't let him do. This is ridiculous. Alright, so we're not running AC on this car, so I am deleting the plug for the AC out of the new painless harness we got going on here. So you just gotta squeeze that little terminal down and it locks. And then what you do is you take a flathead or whatever you can get in there and you just put it back out if you want to like swap it to a different spot or whatever. But yeah, that's what you do there. So next is the oil pressure sensor, which we know we are going to use. So that's just going to lay there for now. All right, so we're going to run these wires now. So I need 815, 915 goes to the to the alternator. It's one of your red ones there. What red number is that one?
916.
And I have 915. Which one goes? All right, so 915 is going to run to your starter or to your alternator. Yes.
Gotcha.
And then these two are going to run up and over the motor to the starter. Both of those go to the starter. Actually, no. The red one is going to go to the fuse block, which we need to figure out where we're going to put that. That red wire is going to go to it. Then this giant red wire is going to go from the fuse to the starter. Well, this is your length that you got, so we got to figure that out. So here's what we'll do. We'll put some ends on these things and we'll start figuring things out. And the red wire that we have on there is going to go bye-bye because it's obsolete on this model now.
Bye-bye.
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 Alright, I'm gonna start taking it off then.
Yeah, that whole thing can come apart because I don't like anything about the way that was done.
Good wire though.
Oh yeah, we'll save the wire. All right, and so this needs to come back across the motor and go with that red wire. And then this goes all the way down and hooks.
There's a hot wire here.
It shouldn't be. You disconnected the battery. I mean, it can't be a coincidence that all those wires are pink and this wire's pink, right? Not with that attitude, it's not. Because this is the coil constant for the coil setup, which means this will be perfect for running all the computer components. And it's already run through and fused on the painless harness. And then I just have to splice, or actually you're here, you can splice.
Does it need all those wires?
Yes, we went through. So all of these pink ones go to individual components and then 2 of them go to the computer. Well, I want it to look nice when we're all said and done.
I want it to look invisible.
Yes.
Like completely gone. Like,
Yes.
looks like it's just a motor.
So right now I have both harnesses laid out on top of each other. We're gonna pull and set up this one into the wall there, and then I need to ghetto mount the computer for a minute so we can have a starting point.
Come on.
So basically the computer's gonna go right about there. You don't have to hook it up, just push it through the wall. That's all I need. Push it through. All right, hold on, hold one. All right, you're good, let go.
Part of business.
Can you please get them together?
I don't know if that is a possibility or not.
No, you're good.
Is that good? That's all it needs?
That's all it needs.
Oh, okay.
Stiff and everything. Ready to go. Rock hard.
I mean, sure.
Now lay them on top of the room.
Like that?
Getting hot?
Mm-hmm. So there's been developments.
What's that?
We've done lots of things.
Oh.
We finally have the car running again.
Painless, not butt.
Judge my wire tie right now because turns out the way this car was ran and the way we took it apart was not necessarily the right way. So I had to get creative and how to figure out what was wrong with it. But it runs, it starts. We know what we need to fix and do now. So Joe is now putting the ignition switch back together, which you can't really see because it's dark in there.
Hey guys. Welcome to my interior. Oh look, there's that light.
Yeah.
That ain't bad.
So he's putting that back together right now.
FYI, counterclockwise, pin, counterclockwise, pulls out.
Nice.
If you didn't know.
Yeah, so we got the harness in the car. We've got actual wire running to the back of the car now, which is nice. We figured out that we need our green wire from our computer to tie into our painless harness system in order to tell our fuel pump to turn on. So right now he's gonna install this, and then we're gonna chase this yellow and white wire in the harness right here. Figure out exactly where it goes, tie it into said green wire right here. Run one side of our orange wires to our computer, to our battery constant, which is the big red one right there. And then the pink, which is our ignition hot, will go to the other two orange ones, will go to our OBD2 and to the rest of the ignition side. OBD2 is on.
Alright.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna fire this thing up, see if everything works. It's all ghetto together right now, but it's more of a making sure everything works the way we did it, and then we'll clean it up later. So go ahead and hit it.
Alright, ready?
Yep. So, successful day?
We can eat it.
It's working.
Really?
It works. We have found all the gremlins. We've sorted them out. We've made them better. We have to do some cleanup and run some things and get some alternator bolts and knock the that'll do off of this. But we found all the big problems and fixed all of them, and it works again. So we can start cleaning up the harness, putting her back together again. All right, what up, guys? We've been working on this wiring for like a week now, maybe a little more. We're finally gonna get it all back together today. We got stuff laying everywhere. The harness has come together nicely. I'll get you guys a good look once we finish taping it up today. First part of the video, we did a whole lot of showing you guys exactly what we're doing and tying lasts and stuff like that. The second part of the video, I'm just gonna give you guys updates and show you things that I think are important. All right, so we finally finished the harness, getting ready to install it, but I think it came out pretty nicely. Nice and tucked, everything will fit nice along the engine. All the ends are on everything, everything's looking tidy. So in a minute here, this all goes up to our lights and everything. We still gotta run that and loom it, but that'll be after we get it in the car. To our connectors to our computers. So if you guys remember what it looked like before, this is a night and day difference. All right, so we made some progress tonight. We have most of it back together on this side. We have all the wiring harness in and loomed and hooked up. The computer's stashed back there, you can't even see it. Wiring harness comes up nicely through here, loops down along the plugs. We're not 100% on the wiring yet for the spark plugs. We're gonna end up redoing that with longer plugs and doing our own custom plug kit for it, because I'm not a fan of this, but this is what we got, and well, it started and ran, so we like that. And then yeah, everything runs through a maxi right here. We still have to relocate our main power through the cabin and not just hanging underneath the car like we had before. But other than that, I mean, she's come a long way. As you see, guys, we've come a long way with the wiring on this project. Made the engine bay of this car look a ton better. A few more things to button up and we'll have her back on the street. We got registration coming for it soon, so we'll be street legal. I hear he got some sort of specialty tag made, so we'll see what kind of craziness that's all about. And don't forget, you guys need to give us some ideas in the comments section on what we're going to call this thing, because I'm coming up with different names and he doesn't like any of them. So make sure you guys keep checking in and hit the like and subscribe button. There's going to be plenty more content coming on the channel. We got some new things in the works for the ramp truck. We're going to be starting that project pretty quick here as soon as this project gets out the door. Or maybe at the same time, depending on how impatient Granberry gets. We'll see. He's sourcing some parts right now to make that really cool. So make sure you guys like and subscribe and check in, and we'll see you guys next time.